Chicken Jockey. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water real quick. Hello. Hello, root beer jockey. Water is important. Hello, minasan. There's so many of you. Hello, hello, welcome. So, Namakamopasa and Finny and Neo and Bobby. Hello, minasan. Hello, minasan. Yada, mate! Why did chat disappear? Why are you not on screen? Like, I can see it, but you can't see it. Haha. Also, does this mic sound okay today? I feel like it sounds really bad today, and I could not tell you why. Like, I hope it's connected right, but if it's not, I apologize. There we go. What? Mate. I'm actually a magician. Would you like to see some magic tricks? I can make it appear in 3, 2, 1. That was the wrong link. Yeah, that is the wrong link. I'm crying. Isn't that really creepy? We'll pause that. Okay. We'll close that. That was the wrong. No, why is it not stopping? Okay. I'm just gonna stop talking for a sec. We'll close that. That was the wrong. No, why is it not stopping? Okay. I'm just gonna stop talking for a sec. Well, that was a weird sensation, wasn't it? I don't think the magic worked as intended. Don't make me a magician in a death game where it is someone goes into a fish tank and then with magic they will come out, but there's like piranhas in there. Don't let me have that. Don't put me in that in a death game. Danganronpa 3. Yes, we asked to rock the egg. Bro, I feel so self-conscious now because I can like hear myself in my ears. Let me change the music, because once I change the music, then like somehow the audio. There we go, back to our good old room faction. And then I can like blast this in my ears. I don't know how the sound settings are, but like if I have this one on instead of my BGM, then see, I already speak faster because I'm like, I don't have to hear myself. Easy peasy peasy. I'm actually a tennis pro. You don't want to beat me. You don't want to fight me in tennis because you won't beat me. Exactly. You don't want to bet on a tennis game with me because you will lose, you know? I'm actually a master at tennis. If you even hit the ball towards me, bam. Headshot, you're dead. Hello, welcome in. How should I pronounce your name? Yazire? Yazai? Yaz? I could just call you Yaz as a nickname. I feel like that just came out to me. Hello. I am, as a solo mentor, I am so tired. I'm always tired, but like, if I talk more, then I will get less tired because extroversion desu. Extroversion desu. Yeah, you just laugh away the tiredness. I had a nap, you know. Call me whatever. Okay, I'm gonna call you Yaz then. I think that's cute. Thank you. So I went out today to a market to buy like art stuff, and my favorite artist was there. She was there, like in person. She was there because sometimes they have like just some dude selling them for them, right? But she was actually there. I think mom called me. Give me like half a second. Rose. I stick my head out the door and I'm like, hello, what did you say? And there was no response, so I'm gonna assume it's not for me. And if I get in trouble later for not hearing when she didn't hear me, then I don't know, fam. But yeah, I got back and I had a nap with my cat. So, well, I was sleeping and then my mom woke me up to clean up cat poop. So I was like, I mean, you can clean it up, but like, fine, I'll clean it up. And then after that, I just go straight back to bed. And then the kitty follows me and I'm like, oh, Hachi, my beloved. And of course, I fell asleep listening to The Cure. I found another CD drama because I like listening to The Cure as I sleep. But I had found a really nice one. Like I knew it. It was 30 minutes long CD drama. It was like English sub. And I was just lying down with a cat in my arms as Ukyo. Ukyo was just talking, you know, as he does. It was kind of sad though. I was kind of hoping it to be very Ukyo kind of, because they were doing like they were, all the boys were in a competition, right, to win a spa trip or something for the whole cafe, including like the main character. And of course, I want to impress her by getting her a spa trip. So they were practicing to do like sweet words. It's like, you really like me. Honestly, you make my heart beat. That kind of thing, right? So they were practicing that, but they had like scripted parts. Like they were given the script. The characters were given the script, not just the voice actor. Like the characters were given the scripts. And the characters played weren't like their normal ones. So I didn't get to hear Uka be himself with that. He was being, don't mind me, I'm dying. Let me drink some water. He was being like Shin. And being like the tsundere, right? So I got to hear tsundere, it's really good. But I didn't get to hear normal Uka, and it made me so sad. And stupid Toma got Ukyo's vibes. Because like, you know Toma, I really don't like him. But he got the airheaded, mysterious character to voice. And he sounded exactly like Ukyo, and I'm like... If only Ukyo got Ukyo's parts. If only Ukyo got Ukyo's parts. But oh well. Oh well. But let me know how this audio is. I feel like it's really bothering me. Because if I turn... Ooh. Can I just turn that down? No, I can't. So I have the monitoring on right now. So I can hear myself. But it's so loud in my ears that it's like making me self-conscious. So I turn it off. But then it's like I can't hear anything. And I'm like... What if it's terrible? What if it's horrendous? We're never gonna know. So let me know. So yeah. How have you guys been? There is no actual explanation to why it's chicken jockey, but it is. And I really want to learn the chicken. What is it? Lava. Chicken. Steve's lava chicken. I don't know the lyrics, but I want to learn it. But my voice is so broken today. Oh yeah, let me talk about the market today. Let me talk about this market. But feel free to let me know how your day has been, or how you plan for your day to be. And are you doing anything for Easter? I forgot the word Easter. It's gonna be like for summer, and I'm like, that's not a day. That's a season. I know how words work. It would be fire. It would be lava. Lava. Chicken. Steve's lava. Okay. So I went. I thought today was gonna be a cold day, right? So I left the house with furry socks. And I had like 2 fluffy layers on and then 2 layers of pants. It was a hot day. You know how sad that was? And I only had my tiny drink bottle, which has like 300 milliliters of water, which is atrocious. You know, I used to have one that was like 1.5 liters, you know? But now like downgrading to like a smaller one just because like I was getting tired of carrying the big one around. So, you know, I took the small one. And it's really sad to not be able to have water, you know? I'm sobbing. I did carry that Uka standee around for the photo. Let me get up the photo. We went to get burgers at this one place because we saw this thing that said they did zucchini chips, and we thought that was really funny. Like, it's not super strange to have zucchini chips. It's not like the weirdest thing ever, but we were like, yep, we might as well try it. And you know, it's really funny. We got normal chips as well, just in case the zucchini ones were garbage. Because you never know. Trying new things is scary. And actually, I really like the zucchini ones. They were really salty. And you know me, I have a thing where I am allergic to food that is not death salty. Which is bad, but, you know. And then, I'm trying to get out the picture. My clip studio is just a little slow today. But, you know, that's okay. We have patience, Desne. Okay. Can you see these? Ta-da! Of course, it's Uka. And, you know, that's pretty big for the, like, the food, right? Because usually it'd be like, we got, like, one that was called mini. So I assumed it would be, like, this big, right? But they were humongous. So we had those. And, you know, I didn't like the normal chips as much as zucchini ones, actually. So I mostly ate these ones. And my friend liked the normal ones more than zucchini ones. So she had the normal ones. And it was so funny because you know when you have leftover food, but you really don't want to throw it out because you feel really bad about it. You're like, no, my food, you didn't deserve this. My wasted potatoes. Goodbye, potato. So yeah, we ended up like carrying it around with us. It's like, can you hold the potato while I get this? Oh, can you hold the potato while I get this? Like, yes, okay, I'll hold the potato while you get this. Because we didn't want to leave the potato. Because it was so much. We also got these burgers as well. They were actually huge. And I got like a spicy one. I was surprised it was actually spicy. Because, you know, things in this world aren't actually spicy where they say they're spicy. And I always complain about this because nothing's ever spicy enough and I always cry. Yeah, no. It was pretty good. I haven't had like a non-KFC burger in a while. So it's like, oh, so this is what actual non-fried chicken tastes like. Oh, this is what it tastes like when it's a sauce that's not pepper mayo, because I only ever had pepper mayo. But, you know, we were kind of stupid. Oh, thank you so much, Bad Ending, for the memberships again. That's so sweet of you, as always. Now there's a chili bajillion from you. Thank you again. Thank you so much. Everyone say thank you to Bad Ending. Thank you, though. Seriously, again. Thank you. Thomas like, what? It'll be you next time, Tama. It'll be you next time, Tama. I forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, in summary, the burgers were good. In summary, the burgers were good. I do recommend burgers. You know how let me draw it. You know how burgers have those like stick in them? That is way too thick for a burger brush. Okay, pretend there's a burger, you know? And then it has like the flag or whatever that goes all the way through, just so it keeps the whole burger together. You know, I did not know why they had in there. Like, the first time I saw it, I was like, nah, get out of there. That's ugly. It's gonna spike me as I eat it. You know, I used to have like a somewhat irrational fear. Not like a fear, but more of a hooey kind of moment about eating those with like the flag inside. Because I was always worried, like, what if I stab my tongue? What if it stabs through my tongue? What if I die because of a burger? But there was also like a mystery thing in it. Because, you know, sometimes they have pineapple in burgers. And, you know, I am allergic to pineapple. So there was, like, a mystery layer. And it was kind of like this. And I was, like, somewhat. I was thinking maybe it's pineapple with, like, spicy sauce on it. And I was, like, kind of worried about that. But, you know, I didn't die today. So, you know, I guess it wasn't pineapple. They're trying to figure it out. It's like, maybe it's a huge jalapeno. I'm like, maybe. And then I saw tiny jalapenos on it. And I was like, oh, they wouldn't put jalapeno on twice. So, like, you know. The what? I don't know what that is either. It's a Krabby Patty. The Krabby, you know, okay, this is so sad. I'm in a screenwriting class, right? And I have to write my first screenwrite thing for the first time. Later, you know, I haven't started it, but, you know, whatever. Oh, I accidentally moved something on my, okay, go back there. Okay, never mind. I accidentally changed something on my OBS and I just froze for a second. I was like, what's going on? Yeah, I'm only allergic to strawberry pineapple, but the friend I was with today is allergic to mango raspberry, and it's so funny because people are like, I've never heard of people with fruit allergies, and then we're like, hey, we're both allergic to fruit. Altogether, we can't eat the 4 tastiest fruit, so like, sorry, I wouldn't say pineapple's the tastiest, but like, I wouldn't say, I haven't had pineapple since I was like 3. So you tell me, is pineapple one of the best ones? Because I don't know, I don't think it is. But that also reminded me of something else in the morning. Okay, Bobby. let's move away from the Donkey Kong just for now. Okay, let's keep the topic. Okay. I was also worried about something else this morning because you know how I was worried just here when I was mentioning that I was worried maybe there's like pineapple in here, and you know when you start being like, what if there's something weird? Then you start feeling something like a scratch, but maybe there wasn't actually a scratch. This morning I kind of this is me. You know, just walking to the train station as you do, carrying my bag, except I don't carry it like a businesswoman because I'm not a businesswoman, but you know, pretend that's me. This is my posture. There we go. Oh, I'm not smiling, you know. When you're just waiting, it's more like a... And then I felt like an itch on my neck. And, you know, there's always, like, rashes or something. You're always worried about that. But, like, I hadn't eaten anything in the morning at that point at all, right? I hadn't eaten anything. I skipped breakfast because I was told the burgers and stuff was going to be, like, brunch. So, you know, got to save room for brunch. And then I felt like itches here. And I'm like, what is that? What is that? I know you're talking about ending, Bobby, but... Still, let's try and keep everything, like, related to the stream, okay? Okay? So, then I remembered last night, my cat, Hachi, you know how you, like, knead into pillows and stuff? And it's so cute, though, it's so cute. She kneads into my neck. And it's, like, scratches me in the neck. So I was really worried that I had, like, cat scratches. There's nothing, like, visible, but I was worried it was, like, because isn't it, like, really bad things if you get, like, cat scratches? And you need to, like, get... anti-something so it wouldn't get infected and you wouldn't die. That's what I was worried. I was worried I was going around and was gonna like suffer midday. But you know, I also survived that. It doesn't itch anymore. So you know, I don't think it was a cat. I think it was just phantom itches. Maybe I was just overthinking things, which is stupid. We really don't like how the brain works. It's really just psychology. The word is just psychology, isn't it? It looks like I got stabbed here, so I'm gonna get rid of that picture. But you know what? I also started reading the Green Yuri. The Green Yuri. As in, I've read like 3 pages. I read like 3 pages on the train. But then the market they were selling, they sold these really cute Green Yuri keychains. I don't actually remember their names. That's how little I've read of it. I know one of their names is Aya, I think. It's the guy she was interested in wasn't a guy after all or something. I don't remember the title. It's something like that. And all the pages are really... Okay, let me show it to you guys. I'm going to show you the actual thing, but like, this is kind of how it goes. Pretend these like panels. Pretend I'm actually a god at doing manga, you know, trust. Sure, that's not how panels work, but it would have like the characters and stuff, right? They'd be maybe like interacting and stuff. And then the background of it is like this lime kind of green. And like you never see this is on like every single panel, by the way. Every single panel just has like green at the back. And that's how it became known as the Green Yuri. And I knew I would love them as soon as I started reading. And I just realized something earlier that like it's a Yuri, which means it's gonna have a good ending when they get together, right? Right? It's not like Nana, right? Nana spoilers. Nana spoilers for a second. She marries a guy. And I'm like, no, my dude Yuri. Anyway, so I hope it turns out well for these two, because if it doesn't, then I'm gonna cry, because like, what is that? Anyway, wait, that is nicknamed the Green Yuri. It is nicknamed the Green Yuri. What did I say? Just come here. There's Green Yuri. So basically, there's manga panels that are all like green background. Because the puke green, yes, it is, but don't call it puke green, because that's a terrible color. It's a nice color, but until you call it puke green. My friend I was with also mentioned the color looks like some other color, and it was like something gross, but I don't remember what it was. But it's also so close to Ukyo's hair color. You saying Ukyo's hair is kind of puke green? I'm gonna cry, guys. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry live for you. Everyone's so mean to me. Why don't they like my husband? I try my best to make him look cool. But wait, no, I have something even worse. That's my hair color. It's more my color than Ukyo's color. Oi, you guys. What do you mean puke green? That is so sad. Faded lime green, yeah, faded lime green, sure, you know it's my hair color too, but you know, that's okay, you know, I'm sure you didn't mean it in a malicious way. Okay, I'm actually not bothered. What else did I do today? Did you guys do anything cool? I'm trying to remember, like, I got up. Oh yeah, I was leaving the house, right? And when I'm walking to the station, it's like a bit, I was about to say how many minutes, but I don't want it to be like too dogs myself. Pea green? I'm pea green. Isn't pea green usually like darker? Or do I just get weird peas? Because whenever I think of peas, I think of like the frozen peas that are like really dark. Maybe like fresh peas are lighter. They probably are, aren't they? Yeah. Anyway, as I walk to the station, I usually like spam voice messages at people. I've had people get like really annoyed at me for that. It's like, I don't want to listen to these. I'm like, oh, okay. But I was sending ones like which is just one single voice line that my favorite character from Meiji Tokyo Renka said, and I just adopted it. So now I just send people and I was gonna send that, and I was walking across like away, and then I see my mom's car drive into the house, and I didn't tell her I was leaving, so like so I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll turn around and say hi and bye. So I did that, and then she drove me to the station. And then I somehow managed to meet up at the spot like 20 minutes early. Or like, no, it must have been like 40 minutes early maybe. Because I planned to get there early because I didn't know where I was going exactly. And then I got there like super early, and I always get places super early. Okay, I know this is like really bad. And like me worrying about it and keep going early is just reinforcing the getting there early. But like, if you had to catch 2 buses, I'm like, what if I miss the first one? I need to schedule enough time so that if I miss the first one, I can still catch the next one and be on time. And if there's 3 buses, okay, what if I miss the first one and then the second one? Then I need enough time to get on the third one and still be there on time. Which is why I'm always everywhere so early. But like, every single one of my friends is like, okay, sure, we'll leave like exactly with as much time as we need. And then they're always like 20 minutes late. So then with my 40 minutes early and they're 20 minutes late, I'm always waiting like an hour. But you know, it doesn't really matter that much to me. It's just kind of, because I don't mind waiting if I get there early, but I mind waiting if they get there late, you know? Wakaru? Wakarimasu ka? Wakarimasu ka? Yeah, I'm already out of things to talk about. It's been 20 minutes. What else did I do today? Oh yeah, I played Taiko. You know that drums game? I did not actually record any covers today. My voice needs to be warmed up. It takes, I mentioned this yesterday, it takes like 3 hours to warm it up, and I don't have time for that. I like doing the konnichiwa kagami nerendayo, but with the yeah, I always plan for like 10-15 minutes early to catch buses because you never trust them. Like, what if they come 3 minutes early? I don't know. What if they come like 5 minutes early? I think they'd probably wait around if they came like more than 5 minutes early. But like if it's 5 minutes early or less, they probably wouldn't wait around. They'd probably just go to the next stop. And it's really sad when you see your bus leaving and it's like, no, wait for me! And they just drive away. Anyway. What are we doing today? We are doing chicken jockey. I don't know what we're doing, fam. I'm still not wanting to draw. Yeah, drawing is kind of hard on the soul. I don't have motivation. I need motivation. Okay, give me motivation. I think if I read the Green Yuri, I will start drawing those two like an insane person, and maybe I would go insane and only draw them for like a few months, and then maybe I'll be known as the Green Yuri again. I really hope that happens to me. I really hope that happens to me. You know, seeing your bus leave, too real. I know, it's really awkward. Like when you make eye contact with the bus driver and they immediately look away because they feel bad, and you're like, I feel bad too. Yeah, but I am in a creative slump, so that's why I had been recording covers instead. Because you know, when you're in a slump from one copy, you may as well just move to another one. But you know, I could have been so much better at art if I just didn't sing. Because, bro, my friend plays so much otoge, and they're always like so far away. Not away, but like ahead of me. They get a game, and then they're like halfway through it before I start it, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start it next week. And then they're like almost done the game. I'm like, excuse me. So I'm like, oh yes, I forgot that the average person doesn't draw and sing and mix for 6 hours a day. That is the time sink. That is where all my time is going. Like, I know I don't stream much. I know I don't like put out shorts much. You know, I'm reposting things because, you know, yeah, it's going great, fam. But behind the scenes, there is a lot of training arcs all the time. Okay, I know I don't have much to show for it, but like, there's a lot in my brain, I hope. A lot of it is, I can't draw. Why is drawing so painful? But someday I'm gonna be the best. Like the number one, the ichiban awesome hito. But commissions-wise, I'm not doing any commissions right now. You know, you guys should totally commission me to become Toad. You know, no one's bought the Toad commission, you know? Not Toad, Minion, that's what I mean. To become a minion. It's more like a joke one, so like, you really don't have to. I'm not like promoting them or anything. But if you just stumble across a cat and you're like, oh, might get an extra $5. I was gonna say something and now I don't remember it. I do stream for 3 times a week. You know, it could be 5, it could be 7. I remember the first week or 2, it was like 6. Like, imagine, twice as much. Gasp. But like, these recent 2 ones have been like, doing somewhat okay. I mentioned this yesterday, I think, as well. And I'm trying to figure out why. It's because of the mic. I would like to think it's because of the mic. Because, you know, I invest money, okade. But it's really bothering me that I can't hear my own voice. Like, I can't hear if it sounds any good. Because I was doing, like, tests. You know how you do tests before? And it's like, check the volume. The tests were not going good. Everything sounded bad. And I kind of, like, settled with something. But, like, if you want the, like, music or the me a bit higher or lower, let me know. I just had the urge to eat this mic. It could be the very vague thumbnails and titles. Yes. You guys should actually invest money in Watakushi. I saw a clip just a bit ago of the HoloLive people being like, I forgot the word, but they were reading all these super chats, and there was like that one, it's like, my sister's getting married tomorrow. I'm gonna be a dad. That kind of comments. Yeah, I saw those kind of things, and now I forgot where I was going with this. But basically, there was one of Fawn, I think, or Mume. I think it was one of those two. I can't remember. And they were saying we should get rid of tipping culture, and then someone's like, super chats are tips, and then she's like, no, you know, keep going. You know, let's go on with tipping culture. You know, I would have gone further with that. I would have been like, okay, well, we should get rid of tipping culture, but we should make tipping culture like 5 times as strong. You know, for watashi. Oh, okay, another thing. You know, personality tests. Okay, let me get up the Clip Studio. Pretend there's like a this is a really bad one, but like, you think people, okay, maybe this isn't like a personality, but like, let me move this to the left. You think people are naturally bad people? Okay. And then if you had to go on a scale from like strong disagree to strong agree, there's like little agree or like partial agree, little disagree, and then there's neutral. Okay, if these are the points, can you see them all or am I in the way? One of those things, how should switch out another that's similar? Okay, I guess that's true because like I don't go around being like you have to tip me. I guess it's like that kind of thing, right? Because like if I was like you have to give it to me, then it would feel more like a tip, wouldn't it? People classifiers. Yeah, I did some of these, right? And I feel like I'm too big. Let me just shrink real quick. Hello. It's so badly written, but are you guys like consistent with these? I did one yesterday, right? And there was this kind of question last night. I was like, a little disagree. I mean, generally people aren't bad people, you know? Like, I don't think there's anything bad. I think we all have good intentions. And then this morning I did it again, and I was like, little agree. Little agree. So I feel like whenever I do questionnaires and stuff, my answers are all in the middle, but it's always so inconsistent that like depending on my mood, it could be like any of these. It's like someday it could all be here, or it could all be here, and that's definitely skewing my results. And there are very few questions where I'd be consistent, and they're the ones where I'd have like all the way on one side, all the way on the other side. Because if they're not on either side, I'm going to be so inconsistent. And whoever's testing me is going to be like, are you sure you put that in right? Does that test a bad test retestability, blah, 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 blah? Rita, that's good. Surely agree that everyone's naturally bad people. You want some people for these things to mean anything more than silly fun? I mean, that's true, but like, how else are we gonna like test this kind of thing in like for personality psychology kind of thing, or like testing disorders and blah 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 blah? Cause I know self-report has its issues, but like, isn't it worse to like just stare at someone and be like, you are like this, I know you're thinking like this, and therefore this must be you. I feel like it's better to maybe ask people to fill it out themselves. I mean, a mix would be good. But like, as long as it's weighed properly, you know? Desne. Anyway, that suddenly just came to mind. Yeah, what else is there to talk about? What else is there to yap about? How am I already at like 20% charge? Let me shove this charger back in. In you go. It's also so hot in here. But I always keep the door closed because I don't want someone to burst in and be like, hello everyone! You know, maybe someday when I'm like humongously rich and famous, I can get my dad on here or something. He'll be like, why am I a girl with an egg on her head? And I'm like, I don't know, fam. It's just how you're born. Sometimes people are born with eggs on their head. Sometimes they're born with flowers on their head. Sometimes they're born without anything on their head. And then we make fun of them because the normal person has a waffle cone on their head. And if you don't have anything on your head like a waffle cone, then you're strange. Anyway, let me drink some more water. Can you tell I'm partially losing my mind? Thank you. Okay. What else were we yapping about? Like, I don't know if we're on break for uni, so I don't have any cool uni psych things to say. One thing is, though, I've almost finished my assessments and they're not due for 2 weeks, so that's good. I can actually study for my finals. I don't, okay, you know how they give us readings or whatever, and it's like, oh, it's not on the exam, but this will help you learn that side knowledge. I don't, okay? I don't read them. No, and even this weird girl who tried to recruit me to a cult told me that she didn't read them and none of her friends read them. So I'm like, okay, well, I mean, it's so wild. I remember it's happened quite a few times actually, like 3 times I remember. And it was the same girl twice who was like, are you religious? Do you believe in God? What do you know about God? Would you like to go to a church group? Let's go to a church group. Let's go on this time. And like, there are all these notices everywhere that's like, be careful of cults. And all these Reddit posts like the cult people. And here, really sketchy. So that's lovely. Wouldn't be the only one losing your mind. I'm so tired, but I'm always tired. I'm still messing on my words today. Like, I always just like my words until I like get way into a topic. And when I'm way into a topic, then I can just talk about it forever. But now I don't have any topics. My brain is empty. How did I do like 6 at the start? I haven't touched enough grass to have enough to talk about, fam. I haven't consumed enough media because I just consume the same media again. Like, I'm rewatching Carol Tuesday for like the 3 trillion bajillionth time. And the music is so good though. The music is so good. I love Angela's voice so much. And I love when the rival character is like really good, you know? Like, it's okay when they beat, like when the main characters beat them again and again and again, but then it gets so predictable. It's like, why am I even watching this? That's why I didn't like Precure kind of things. I didn't like Precure when I was younger because I got so mad that it was the same story every time. And I'm like, we've had this same story 12 episodes in a row. Are you tired yet? But then the finale came and I was like, yeah! Yeah! Hello, Fox. Hello, Fox. Welcome in fashionably late. I'm Yufu. It's funny in my head. Yes. We are starting a bit earlier today so we can... And oh, wait, I forgot to tell you guys. Let me just get it up real quick. We are releasing After Pain at 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock. Let me put it in the, at the top thing. So you guys can keep it in your mind and your soul and remember it forever and ever and ever and never miss it because it's going to be the best thing ever. I think it is my best mix because I got the new headphones and therefore I can actually hear things properly and accurately instead of having random things boosted, random gamer sounds boosted. Okay, let me put it in the chat. After Pain release at 10 p.m. Desio. Now you shift enter or was that just going to send it? No! It just said... Okay, we're trying that again. Copy this. And then we get the link. That's kind of annoying. Put that there. Then we do this. And then if we pin that. And then we actually check if it's the right link and I didn't just pin something terrible. Okay, I think it's the right one. There we go. It's going to be so cool. Why am I angry? Trust. It's going to be so good. Don't read the description. Read the description. Because I'm probably going to change the description later. I forgot I wrote that, fam. After Pain, after time. I don't know what you mean, Bobby. But my friend wanted me to sing the second Moo song because Moo's the character who sings the song, and it's so sad. My sorry spells have worn off or something. It's like, my girl. It's so funny though. yeah. I said that in the, yeah. I do hate someone. Forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah. Okay, so the character Moo is the character in the thing. In Milgram Ears, we kind of choose if you want to forgive or not forgive the character, and the next song is based on your choice. And the next song is her saying like, "Oh, it's not my fault," you know. And she gets like pretty murderous and mean. She becomes a mean girl. She's like, "It's not my fault. Thank you for. I knew you would say I'm innocent, but the innocent was like 50.83% or something. It was so close to her being guilty." Like, what would the creators have done if she was guilty? Like, Skeb is yeah, you know my commissions are also Skeb. It's basically where you don't have communication between the artist and the client, because you know how usually it's like, "Oh, can I have this? This is my sketch idea. Okay, cool. Here's a sketch. Here's the line. Okay, is that all good? Okay, let's have the base color. Yep, does that look good? Yep. Okay, here's the rendering. That looks good. Do you want to change anything? Yep." And that process can take like an extra like 4 or 5 days, maybe, just like talking to each other, like blah blah. And you know, there's like really weird, bad, not scam, but like mean people who are going into these commissions and then taking so long to give feedback. Because you know, if you send a sketch, it's like, okay, once it's done, tell me it's good, then I'll continue on. You know. But like it is a surprise me commission. But these people are just not responding until the deadline comes up. And when the deadline comes up, then the artist gets in trouble for not like having submitted in time. But it's because the client isn't saying anything. So sometimes the artist is like, "Can I have an extension?" Because you have to like request an extension with your client on VGen. It's like, "Client, can I have an extension?" And they immediately said, "No, you can't have an extension." Without even responding to that, they're like, "Oh, is the sketch okay?" So then the client like lost their account. Not the client, the artist lost their account for that because there was a mean client, and I'm so mad. But that's why I like Skeb. You know, I feel like it's pretty like more fast paced, and I can have more creative freedom kind of thing. I don't know if the last person liked the commission because they didn't say anything after I sent it, and there was no review. So I'm like, I hope it's okay. I got the money, so like I'll keep the money. Because I do spend like around 8-ish hours on each commission. So like, hey, I flew. I can fly. I'm a bird. Anyway. So, I hope people like them after that time is spent. Sometimes I'm really, really fast. So sometimes I can get it done in like 3 hours and I'm like so surprised by myself. Yeah, I don't want to imagine they didn't like it. I feel like they don't like it because I just overthink in general. But, we're just going to assume they like it because there's no point worrying if we don't know. I got the money. They got the time, the service, Yeah, I don't know what we've done though. I think you could do visual art for D&D NPCs. Which reminded me of something my other friend said. Okay, have you ever thought of everyone in the world as just NPCs and you're the main character? And it's like, oh, hello, NPC. You're going to respond exactly how I expect you to. Kind of reminds me of like Angel Beach, right? When they're like, oh, yeah, they're all NPCs. If you lift up her skirt, she's either going to... Oh, give me a sec. Hi, sorry, that's really bad timing. My dad came home, right? I'm so surprised he got here so quick because my mom went to get him and then like bring him back at like 7:30 and it's 7:40. How's he back so quick? Anyway. Hello, HHU Studio. I was actually maybe talk about you. Well, not about you specifically, but like about things you said with the whole NPC thing. Everyone is an NPC. That's why we're talking about that. I thought it was interesting. Like, everyone is an NPC. And it reminded me of Angel Beats, how they're like, oh, everyone's an NPC. If you lift up her skirt, she's either going to, like, scream and run away or hit you. I'm like, oh, yeah. Which is why I think, like, time loop kind of stories are interesting. Because over, like, enough time, you're going to start thinking, oh, yeah, these people are predictable. Everyone's predictable. Everyone's predictable. Like, surely everyone's going to say... And that's why I find, like, Undertale... I watched this one video where it's like, how do you kill a time traveler who's gone around through the loop again and again and again and again? And it turns out Sans was doing everything perfectly. But, you kind of have to give up. You kind of have to assume they know everything about you already. Like, how do you beat someone who knows everything about you? I don't know. Feel like I'm the NPC? Okay, I kind of get that. Because when you start thinking of like, oh, I'm the main character, then you're like, maybe you're the main character. What am I? Am I the NPC? Maybe I am the NPC. Would I respond how you expect me to say? Okay, ask me any question, and if I respond how you expect, then I'm an NPC. But I'm going to try and do something like so unexpected. Like very unexpected. Custom server as the game master, I control NPCs. Job is custom service and game master, I control NPCs. Yes, that makes sense. You have the power over all these consumers that are all like the same. They all blend together. They all buy the same thing. Friends are not NPC, but everyone around us are, like people on the train. Okay, so like, oh, what if we are like the only people, real people? And once we befriend an NPC, they become a real person. But everyone we're not friends with just stays an NPC. How about that? And then what if you find out about that? I feel like if someone found out about that, like a friend found out about that, they'd probably make it their life mission to befriend everyone so that everyone would stop being NPCs. But if you're an NPC, you're probably not going to care that you're an NPC, right? I don't know. And we'll also talk about, like, if we could see friendship meters and stuff. No, that might be me. We were talking about, like, if we could see, like, relationship meters, if you could go up to someone and be like, oh, you're at 7 out of 10 hearts. It's like, yes, we are at the dating level, and from here to forever friendship, I can ask you out, and once we get to friendship level 10, we can go on a date. I'm talking about Rune Factory specifically because as soon as I hit friendship level 7, I'm like, hey, Dillis, hey. And if it doesn't take me, it's like, okay, we're gonna reload, until you say yes. Or imagine if life was like that. If we could just reload to get another result we wanted. If everything was luck, it's like, okay, the chance of him accepting my love confession is 20%. We'll just reload this day 5 times, and then surely we'll be going out the next day. I would so use that. But if you could go back, like, multiple days, time travel, because I used to wish, like, I used to have, like, so big regrets in 2018, because I had, like, this idol I looked up to, right? And I was pretty mean to them, actually. And that haunted me for, like, 2 years. So I was really for 2 years being like, I wish I could go back in time, 2 years time, and change things. Like clearly it doesn't matter because that was like 7 years ago or something. But I feel like if I had that power back then, I would have done it for like really, really small things, like a assessment that's worth like 10%. I'm gonna go back a month just so I can ace that. We wish to go back and do things differently. Yeah, but like right now, I think I don't have like many regrets. Well, I have some. They're mostly interpersonal relationship ones. It's like, oh, did I really say that? Oh, I'm sorry. But like, yeah, I don't think there's like anything major that I would go back in time for, you know. Probably. Like, I'd like to think I'd grown from the experience, but like, I don't know if I have. I don't know. Yeah, you're from Jockey Literature. I didn't like her actually. Okay, you know that the urusaku naita mochiba wo miteta kita kita kakamikushi, that song, the Kyukururi one. I found out that that's actually a Sayori fan song. I didn't realize, but like I love Sayori, but when I found out it was a fan song, I was like, the damage. It hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. We go back inside so it wouldn't be what. Oi! Oi, 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 oi. But then I will go back before you went back so that you would be one. And you're stuck in a loop, so you have to be stuck here because I'm not going to give up. Try and wish to do different things differently for whatever reason. Ruin the point of the lesson though. Exactly, exactly. Like I saw a good video. I think I've showed it to you before. Like sent it from Daryl Talks Games. And it's like stories with time travel and why no, that's not the right one. Anyway, it was basically one where it's like, there's a good ending for some game. I don't remember what it is. I think it's like a Persona game or something. Where nothing bad ever happens to them and they just live a happy life. And everyone's like, yes, please, let this be canon. But then there are other people being like, well, that gets rid of their character growth. They never went through anything. They never learned from their mistakes. So, it's really hard. Because I would also like them all to just live a happy life. But I know that can't be true. I know Ukyo went through some things. I know it would be nice if he had like just happiness this whole time. But the trauma, it creates us. Time travel. Remember to travel before the lottery. Remember winning numbers. Didn't they do that in Back to the Future 2 or something? I should have done that. Like I wish I could do that. You know, I would so do that. But then I'd end up doing it too many times that the government would catch on to me and be like, "Are you a time traveler?" I'd be like, "Yes." And I'd go back in time before they knew. Ha ha ha. Back in time, be married, and my crush. Okay, I would somehow marry Ukyo. You know, I'll make it happen. I'll make it work. And I know that word, not saying where it comes from. Yeah, I need to start playing the Persona games, but I just don't have time. I'm so far in Otome debt. If you went back and changed the past, wouldn't the current you still have learned the lesson already, even if the memories had changed? Events had changed, your memory did not? That's a good point. I guess it depends on like how time travel works in that world, right? I think I'd be okay with that one. Like as long as you've learned. Wait, no. Then you start learning that you can do whatever, and you just don't have to suffer the consequences, right? That would teach you bad lessons. You just start being a rebel. You know, you start doing some crimes because you know you can always go back if you get caught. Like you never get caught. There's no consequences for your actions. Maybe that's worse. Maybe that's worse. Because I used to wish like I'd go back and like not know the things I do now. But I also I also wished I could go back to primary school and be like the smartest primary schooler ever. It's like, oh, 5-year-old me already knows differentiation and integration and stuff. Like, yeah, exactly. On time travel, isekai power would be cool. Go save the dead phase. Revival power. Okay, but would there be a separate you that goes to the isekai world? Would time in the real world pause when you went to the isekai world? Or do you just leave your family forever? If you could have the chance to now go into your favorite game and just live there forever and say goodbye to everyone you know now, well, not be able to say the goodbye, you just disappear, okay? You wouldn't get to say goodbye. You'd just be gone. Would you do that? Sorry, I chew. Sorry, my friends. I'm gonna go live in Rune Factory real quick. Maybe I am. Did you Sekai Fast all the way? Exactly! By playing Project Sekai at school, yes, you go into the Sekai world at school. start an idol group, and then suddenly you meet Miku, and it's like, oh, Miku! I wish it was that simple. I want to meet Miku in real life. Yeah, I really wanted the power of save and reload. That was probably like the power I wanted most for like so long. Besides, like, you know, teleportation. Teleportation is way more convenient, maybe. Because, like, even if it is save and reload, you still have to, like, see if you can run there on time before giving up and catching a bus. But teleportation, voila, you're just there. Mess you up and go back in time to stop you. Oh, I forgot time travel includes you can go in the future, isn't it? Would you want to see the future? And how far in the future would you want to see? I feel like if I went too far, like, and saw the world dying, if it was in, like, 300 years, I would not want to see that. So I'd probably just go, like, 20 years in the future and be like, are we still in COVID? Yeah, we're still in COVID. Oh, I can't believe COVID's still here. It's still going to be here when I'm, like, 50. You know how sad that is? But yes, I do believe you can watch Watashi in the Isekai world because I'm actually streaming to every single Isekai world across all Isekai worlds. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I will be there. What if you can go into your fave game whenever you fall asleep? You're still in the real world, but also in your fave world. Bro, I really wish that would happen. Like, I have had dreams where a portal opens up and I can just step through it and I'm into another world. I think something like that would work, right? Because, like, a secret tunnel, it's like another world. And then you could just come back at any time. That's kind of simple, isn't it? Kind of similar. Because, like, imagine, because I get woken up a lot in my sleep. Because imagine you're marrying someone, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, she disappeared from the wedding. Where'd she go? And then I have to come back at the end of the wedding like, hi, Hachi woke me up. I'm sorry. I know I was meant to marry you today, but, like, can we have another ceremony, you know, like, in like 7 days? No, Hachi would still be here in 7 days. I don't know, fam. I don't know. I'll close my door in 7 days. Time travel to re-experience parts of my childhood since my memories are not as they used to be. Yeah, I don't remember anything of my childhood, really. I don't remember, except these really specific facts from, like, preschool. And, like, really specific moments from primary school. There are only, like, a few moments I remember. But if you were to ask me, like, oh yeah, how's 5th grade? I'd be like, I made blueberries out of paper. That is most of what I remember. So, yeah. Talk to your younger self if you could time travel. I think my younger self, because my younger self was, like, really... Okay, I say this, I don't actually remember that much, but I feel like my younger self was a lot more grumpy. But it's also funny, because I saw a comment that I left on a video, like, 5 years ago, and I sent to my friend, I'm like, that's embarrassing. And she's like, you say the exact same things, you're the exact same, except instead of using XD, you say ha 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 now. So I'm like, maybe I haven't changed. Maybe the character growth didn't actually happen. Maybe I'm a liar, you know? Hey, I'm a liar. When you sleep, would be pretty messed up because you won't be sleeping at all. Oh, yeah, if you come out still tired. What if you get to choose? Oh, wait. I know in Dragon Quest Sentinels of Starry Sky, probably in, like, all the Dragon Quest, but I know in my favorite Dragon Quest, that I played when I was 12 or something. That's why my favorite. It's just nostalgia. It's not because it's, like, the best game. There were these quests where you would have to meet fairies in your sleep. Like, would you wake up even more tired? But they did let you rest at the inn for free if you were going to do their request. So I was like, why not accept the request and just never do their stuff? Just let me stay at this inn forever. Thank you. How to say you bring characters into your world? Clearly, Ukyo's coming into this world. Actually, I don't know what he's going to do. He's probably going to end up just sleeping on the ground like a weirdo. He's probably too tall for any beds. Probably run into the doors being low. I mean, he'd get work. He's a famous photographer. I'm seriously trying to think of a way to integrate him into this world. How do we make that work? Anyway, yeah, no, how do we get here? Actual most desired ability would be to not need sleep rest and would be functional for the entire 24 hours. Yeah, but, like, only you, right? Because, like, if everyone else would be up for 24 hours, then we'd all be working, like, 18-hour days. Like, absolutely not. There is no way I would work that much. But I always wish that was, like, society... Let me draw you a clock, guys. Let me draw you a clock. Okay. Maybe not like a clock, but, like... Up here is daytime. Down here is nighttime. I kind of wished that the world had, like, 2 different modes. Can you guys see that? Okay, well, it's not a good circle, but trust. And, like, during the day, people worked, and then they went home, and then at night, people worked, and then they went home, right? I don't know why I drew a diagram. I didn't need a diagram for this. But But basically, shops would be open 24/7. You could choose if you wanted to be like a day shift worker, night shift worker, because you know we all have different like ways of sleeping. Some of us are night owls, some of us are early birds. Early bird get the worm. But does it count as early bird if you've been like up all night and then you're like earlier than the earlier bird? Yeah, questionable circle. I know. Suddenly, wait, I missed one. Everyone suddenly no longer needs. I accidentally pressed something. Now I can't see it. No, what did I press? No. Okay, fine. I got it. Really, the standard expected working time would be insane. But then again, we'd also be so productive. Maybe we could like fix all of life's problems if we're just like a bit more productive. If we all put our brains together and just work more. No, that's not gonna work, isn't it? Isn't that like studies, and that's why our work hour is the time it is right now, so we don't burn out and perish? I'm not too sure. I didn't pay attention in class. If Iskide, would you want medieval kind of fantasy or open kind of fantasy? It would be hard to say goodbye to luxury, things like soda pizza and stuff. I kind of like, Rune Factory level. But it's kind of like modern day, but just with like monsters and stuff. But everything else is like pretty normal, you know? It has like magic gems, cool magic that exists, weapons exist, we can fight monsters. People don't murder each other, you know? normal stuff that we take for granted. I forgot how nice it is that people don't murder each other in Rune Factory. Imagine your NPCs were just like, I've had enough of Doug, time to kill him. Poor Doug. I don't know, ma'am. I don't know. I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, okay. So I really wanted, for some reason, when I was younger, to be in a fantasy world like SAO, Sword Art Online. I forgot what I remembered SAO, but I forgot what Sword Art Online stood for, so I was just like, that's it, AO. And I wanted to be one of the shop people, like that person who did like the bread, who got some bread and then she used her magic to get the butter. I don't know. I wanted to work at one of those stores while everyone's like fighting for their life, and I'm like, hi guys, we have a baguette today. Would you like some baguette? We don't have any jam because we are poor, but like if you pay us some money, then we won't be poor and we can get you jam next time. I wanted to be like a random shopkeeper in one of those games, but you know, you can have your own shop in Rune Factory 4, which is so good. I love having shops. Because I can sell curry for 1,000,000 gold and people actually buy it. Like, isn't that wild? Would you buy a 1,000,000 gold curry? What if it's called golden curry or royal curry? What if you become a princess if you eat this curry? Wouldn't that be nice? Would you pay $1,000,000 to become a princess for eating curry? But then what if someone stole the curry? Oh, yes. I was having this conversation with my dad as well. Not this conversation, but like a similar one. Wait, no, it's not similar at all. What am I on about? Anyway, a different topic. And we were talking about like, because I got a, you know, 1,000,000 first, you know, if you get 1,000,000, you should give it to me so I can become a princess. And as a princess, I would give you 1,000,000. Unless you want to become a princess, you know, that's fine. You know, princesses have a lot of work to do. It must be hard being a princess. No one wants to be a princess. This is me trying to steal the princess status from you. Or if we share it, do we both become princess? Or do we just become half princess? What is half a princess? Do we each have half the power? Or do we just have like half a body? And the rest of our limbs are just cut off, you know? Anyway, I can't remember how I got here. I got a lot of my fave creators. I don't know what that means. Does that mean just like give them a lot of money? You know, if you have 1,000,000, just give it to me. Just give it to me. Oh, yeah, my dad and I were talking about, because I got a really cheap necklace ring set from Madoka Magica. And I was suddenly bringing up with my dad, like, if your soul, this is spoilers for Madoka, by the way, if your soul was like something you had to carry with you, would you want that? Like, if your body gets hurt, you won't die, but your soul is just in your hand. And like, if you lose it, you're doomed. Like, don't be a forgetful person. Like, if you go for a certain distance from your soul, let's just say maybe like 1 kilometer or something, then you die. Like, what if you accidentally leave your soul at home as you're going on a road trip with someone? And also, you're not going to tell people your soul is a gem because that's just weird. You can't just be like, oh yeah, we have to go home because I left my soul at home. They're going to look at you like you're crazy. I don't know, you'd have to come up with some major excuse and they'd be so mad at you, like, you're skipping the Christmas dinner because you have diarrhea? And it's like, yes, I need to go home now. Is the tungsten cube that one that doesn't open or something? Let me Google it. It sounds familiar. Oh, it's just like really heavy and dense. Okay, fair enough. We answered myriad of ways. Because it would be so convenient, you know, to just like live, especially if you're working in like a dangerous place. But it would be kind of It'd be kind of scary if someone saw you explode and they're like, why are you still alive? And it's like, ha ha ha, my soul is a rock. And it's in my pocket. But don't put it in the wash. Imagine if you just put your soul in the wash and then you're like, something feels weird. Why do I feel sick? It's like, if your soul is in the wash, you left your soul in your pocket and it's in the wash now. Don't forget your soul. But like, imagine the stress of being late to work and it's like, where'd I put my soul? Where'd I put my soul? Where'd I put my keys? Where'd I put my soul? That's really tragic, guys. That's really tragic. Okay, it is 8 o'clock, so I will take a break. Okay, it's just gonna be like 5 minutes this time. I'm gonna get like snack, fill up my bowl, go toilet. I'll be back in like 5 minutes, so don't leave me, fam. Please don't leave me. 行かないで行かないで I'll be back. I already see it, fam. Hiya, fam. Hachi's under the desk. Very cute. If the audio sounds worse, it's because I moved the blanket behind it, which usually like keeps the ugly sounds away. I moved that so I could put Hachi's bed back up in case she wants to sleep in her bed. It kind of scares me that she's on the floor just eating whatever. What are you eating, child? Not a Cheeto, is it? Are you eating? What are you eating? What did you just throw at me? Oh, it's a piece of plastic that she had in her mouth and just sprung onto me. I'm like, creature. Creature. Anyway, I remember like last time I accidentally kept the door locked and then she had to like wee in a bag under here because, you know, yeah, so I'm keeping an eye on her and the door this time. I am. But yes. Hello. Welcome back. Even though you should be saying welcome back to me because I'm the one back and you've been here the whole time, right? You haven't left me. You haven't abandoned me. You haven't abandoned me. You haven't... Sorry, guys. Oh, and I fluff a cat under my feet. It's cute. She's so cute. Anyway. She's so fluffy. Yeah, she just touched my legs and I like that. It's very cute. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Not post anything or drink break? Because you can still read it. Yeah. What are you doing, creature? Sometimes my break is just sitting and staring into the wall. It wasn't fully staring into the wall, but you know, I did the normal things. I got the you didn't hear that. I got the water, I got the toilet, I got the check Discord, I got the realize I haven't taken pictures of my merch yet. I should do that. I'm so happy I got the Thank you, I am back. I'm so happy I got the green Yuri girls. They're so cute, I have not, yeah, I only read like 3 pages and I already love them. So, you know, okay, you know, actually these people said the green was like puke green color. And at first I was like, insulted because that's Ukula's hair color. And then I was like, well, not exactly. And then I was like, but it's my hair color. I'm so sad, but I guess they're not wrong. Yeah, what are we talking about? Time travel, something or other? I don't know what you talk about, Bobby. I'm sorry. Do you think we can get Hutches to come into the mic? She's sitting in a basket, but she doesn't like quite fit in the basket. So like she's half in a basket. I remember what I did in my break. I suddenly had a craving for noodles. You know the noodles in Ponyo? I had them as a kid. It was just Shin Ramen though. They did do like an official Ponyo flavor noodle once, and it tasted really bad, so I'm never having that again. But as a kid, I had like Shin Ramen, and it would have like an egg, it would have ham, it would have shallots, and that was like the most delectable thing ever. I feel like Shin Ramen is just generally really good with ham because it like flavors and makes the broth more meaty. I don't know. I really like it now. Oh, hi, creature. She just jumped onto the table. Don't turn off the stream. I'm gonna pet her, and once she starts purring, I'll see if I can move the mic closer to her. Where are you going? Don't fall down there. Just sit in your bed like a normal creature. Please, Hutches. She's got her butt to the mic, so if she farts, I'm so sorry, guys. I doubt she will, but like, you never know. Where are you going? Are you leaving? Are you leaving me? She's leaving me. Okay, I'll open this door for you. Oh, you good, creature? Did you want to leave? Okay. No? Yes. Bye-bye. Move your butt. Move your tail. I'm so sad. I was so mentally prepared to hug her, but you know that's fine. She'll be sleeping on top of my face tonight, like she did the other day and every day ever. What else can we talk about? We talked about time travel. Oh, you know how I mentioned like relationship like heart meters if we can find out how much someone liked us? I also kind of wish we had like skill meters as well. Oh, I can get the blanket back. I don't know if you guys hear a difference, but do you hear a difference between like how it sounds now and how it sounds now? It should sound better now, but like it might not. But I think it should. Just because it's like fluffy blanket to get rid of the yucky sounds. There we go. Blanket fort, my beloved. Might be slightly better. That was sudden. What was sudden? But yeah, I used to wish we could have like skill meters as well, so we could see where our skill was. And I wouldn't have to be like, I can't tell if I'm good at this. I can't tell if I'm good at art, or if I'm like average, or if I suck actually. So I feel like if I had a skill meter that like objectively told me that I was like a 7 out of 10. I'd be like, okay, fair enough. Let's keep working on it. Slight difference. He's not trying to notice much. That's fair enough. It's definitely, you can tell that this mic's better than the other one, right? You can tell, 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 right? It better be. Anyway, it makes me want to record a trillion bajillion goals. You know, I teach you if you're around, you know, you should sing with me. I know you haven't since like 2017, but like if you want to, and you can borrow my sexy mic. Okay. Yeah, it does stop because I do notice things. I am one who notices the world around me. I don't notice things around me. People are very good at jumping up on me. Like, I could be facing the door working, and then the door would open and I'd jump. I'd be like, hey. Oh no, I jumped and I accidentally moved something in my OBS. What did I move? Is it the controls panel? How do I get that back? Can I just put it here? Can I put it there? What did I do? Anyway, maybe I'll reload something and hopefully can I go back to tools, help. Anyway, I move things around, but at least I know how to stop the stream. I don't know how to fix everything else. So I may be doomed. Is that a cat at my door? Hello, Hutches. What are you doing? You look like a worm. Wriggling your butt in. Hello. You know how a normal cat would like walk into a room? Let me draw what she looks like. A normal cat might be like, oh, a door is open. You know, let's just walk in. You know, that's normal cat behavior. Oh, hello, Hutches. You're here again. Sorry, I moved your bed, so now you're bedless. I hope that's okay. Don't accidentally crush my cloud lifter. But this creature was just like lying on the ground with her... That's Hachi right now. That's her creature. What are you pressing? Do you like my green Yuri? Sorry, I'll get your bed back. I'll get your bed back. Hutches, no! Ah! Okay, well. Okay, sure. I'll just put you there. I'll put you there. She stole my spot, so now... Does that still track me? Now I'm streaming from the floor. Because she stole my chair. So now I'm just gonna be on the floor, you know, as you do. So, but would you want like skill trees and stuff in real life? What if real life was that easy and you could just be like, oh, good job, you got through an exam, you have earned 3 skill points, and then you can like choose where the skill points go to, and then magically you are more skilled at that thing. I wish it was like that. I really wish it was like that. And you could like choose where your skills go to, and like you would want to have like your general knowledge skills at like 20 or something. It'd probably be tweets like, if your general knowledge isn't at 20, then you need to like allocate your points better. And they'd be like people you go to, because you know how you can get like financial advisors. You'd have like skill point advisors be like, you really shouldn't put all of your knowledge into naming cars Jeffrey. You should probably have some basic knowledge about algebra. But hey, you do you. I get paid for you being here, so if you want to keep messing up, sure, more money for me. Okane. Wouldn't that be nice? Skill trees. But then that's one thing that really bothers me in a lot of RPGs, right? Because usually with a character, you kind of have to like choose one tree you want to go down and just become really good at that one. And you can't really get too far if you're like jack of all trades kind of thing. If you have like half the points in here, half the points in there, like quarter points here, you know, it's so sad. So at the start, you have to like choose. It's like, okay, this character is going to be a mage. I've decided that now, and I'm going to put all their points towards that mage side of the tree. Even though I like having my main character just have a bit of everything, because, you know, it'd be cool to be like the Mario of the RPG world. Like, all your friends are like, I can fight people. It's like, well, I can fight and I can heal. I'm just not good at either of them. Just not very good at them. You know, I'm trying my best. But well, what's your favorite role to like play at a RPG? I feel like I do like mages, but I always get so frustrated at the start of the games when their like attack sucks. I feel like mages are always like way behind everyone else. Like the warrior could be doing like 40 damage just from like a normal hit, and then the mage would be doing like her biggest magic spell, and she'd only do like 30 damage, and I'm like, ugh, you should have just been a warrior. But, you know, at the end, then the mage overpowers everyone. But, like, it takes so long to level them up. It's like, do I really want to invest time in you? I do, because, you know, party without a mage is sad. It's really sad. Magic is cool. Magic is cool. And I like when they have, like, the cool animations for it. And I like them when they have, like, the super. Like, that final game ender, battle ender move. And it has, like, the entire earth shake. And then the person casting the spell's, like, just a really small, cute girl. I'm still mad. My best girl just died. Because, you know, if it's, because I know in Dragon Quest Sentinels of the Starry Sky, you create your own characters. But then a lot of the other Dragon Quest, it's already, like, pre-made characters. And you just choose which ones you want in your party, right? But she died. She's my favorite. Sure, I think they replaced her with, like, another character who's kind of similar. But, like, she was my favorite. You can't just do that to me. You don't want to do that to me. But I did like Dragon Quest 8. That's definitely my favorite Dragon Quest 8. Because you get this fat dude who says, "Call blimey." And it's so funny. Definitely the funniest Dragon Quest I played. I do think I like it more than the 11 or whatever was pretty recent. I really liked 8. And turns out your grandfather, spoiling right at the end of the game, spoiling like the end scene, your grandfather turns out to be like the hamster that's been in your pocket the whole time. Maybe it's a rat. No, it's not a rat. It's more like a hamster, yeah. And this hamster has its own like game pass where you can like send him to go off into like smaller holes. It's like, go, creature, and it turns out it's your grandfather. Like, imagine telling your grandfather, go into that hole and like look around. I can't imagine that, but that's kind of funny. I did like that. And they had like separate emotions for, not emotions, animations for each of the characters, like picking up something. And like the big fat dude just carries it up. Cause you know, okay, let me draw it. You know how a normal person might like bend over. Okay, how do you draw bending over? You know, like that. And then just pick it up and hold it like this, you know? Might hold it like that. But like, you know when the characters are like round? Like this, they kind of have to like completely flop over. And then when they carry it, they have to like carry it upwards. And then they're like this. Maybe that's a really bad description, but I thought that was really funny. And there's like different dialogue depending on which character you use. It's like, oh, wrong screen. You must be the hero. And then Jessica's like, do I look like a guy to you? Do I look like the hero to you? Anyway, it was so funny. I love those. And then there's that weird, flamboyant guy. Am I getting my games mixed up? I might be getting my games mixed up. I don't think I'm getting my games mixed up. It's the one with, like, the really flamboyant guy, isn't it? And there's, like, a whole scene. No. It's the new one with the flamboyant guy. Either way, in the new one, then. I forgot his name, but there's this whole scene where you walk around and you get people to come dance with you, and you're like, hello, would you like to dance with me? And this is like when the world is despairing and you're trying to like boost yourself up by dancing. Then it's like, okay, I will bring happiness back to the world. I'll be like a circus performer. I'll have all these people dance with me. And you literally just walk around. It's like, will you dance with me? And you get all these side characters with all these like unique animations. And they're all just dancing. And they're like serious people with like soldiers and stuff. And they're just like dancing. You can take photos as well. Anyway, it's good. It's fun. I like it. Anyway. That's the end of my quick Dragon Quest thing. You should, you know. But it's actually 3 bajillion trillion dollars to dance with watashi. Sorry, yeah, I'm sorry. With a like, going to bed, good night, and sweet strawberry shortcake character theme song, please. Okay, I will get the strawberry shortcake theme song up real quick then. Strawberry. I'm still, how do you spell strawberry? That's strawberry. Shortcake OP. Like, I'm low-key, I'm just gonna do the first one again. I'm just gonna go with this first one. Because I remember I watched one specific episode as a kid, and I saw it twice, and it scared me every single time, because there was this really fat caterpillar or something, and they were like evil or something, but then they get pushed off a cliff at some point. Maybe not pushed off, but like maybe they fall off a cliff. But I was so scared of that as a kid, because you know, I thought it was just a cute, happy everyone friend thing. And then this caterpillar falls to his death, and I had like nightmares about that for like the next 2 years. Not every night for the next 2 years, but like it would show up every once in a while, and it's like And when I finally got out of my mind, I watched it again somehow. Because I think I went to like a friend's house or something, and they had like a younger sister or something. And I saw it again, and I was like, oh. Dance competition, see you could actually dance the best for the fan. Maybe the prize could be dancing with you. I read that wrong, and I thought it said the prize would be pizza. I mean, yeah. How about this? First prize is watakushi. Second prize is pizza. You know? I like pizza. I want pizza now. I want pizza. How do you stop wanting every single food ever? Ooh, is this song what I think it is? Yes, it is. I'll make a man. I watched Mulan recently. It's so good. Did you guys watch the second Mulan movie? Where it's like the three princesses or something, and you're taking them along with you? I don't really remember much about it, but I remember the princesses were sweet. They're all sisters, I believe. But the second movie definitely was not as popular as the first one. No one really cared about it, did they? No one did, but I care about it. But, oh, did you guys watch like the second and third Aladdin? I remember those even less, so they must be really bad. Oh, I keep like preparing to sing it, and then the intro doesn't start. When's it starting? Let's get down. So no, we're not going to get down to business. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. I'm so sorry. My favorite, like my all-time favorite joke is LGBT stands for Let's Get Down to Business. It's so uncomfortable being on the ground. Maybe this is why my my conversation is lacking, because I'm on the ground, because this creature is like all across my chair. Let me draw it for you. Okay, you might be like, oh, she's in the chair, that's so cute. So this is the bottom of the chair, right? And you'd imagine she might be like this, you know? No, she's like this. Whee! She's really long. Do you know that one meme that's like big batat? Wrong screen. My bad. Sorry, guys. There we go. That's her on my chair. You know that one meme there where it's like, cats are like this. They start off as small potato. Oh, she's here again. Hello. Where are you going? You leaving me? Are you leaving me, Hutches? Wanna go? You leaving? Leaving, child? Okay, bye-bye, Hutches. Are you good? Oh, she immediately flopped on the floor. I think she thought there were pets down there, but I'm sorry, creature. I just closed the door on you. But okay, so this is one meme, right, where it's like the cat starts as a small potato, small patat, and then it either turns into... Oh, no, that's not right. It turns into long teen or something. Small patat, long teen, and then it branches off. And you can very clearly see which one is each cat. So then on the left side, there is big long. So Hutch is going to be the next long cat, okay? There we go. Isn't she beautiful? And then Arthur is going to be big patat. The two different cat shapes. Granted, Lizzie Flop. Wow. You think you're so cool. You think you're so big brain for that. You are not, you are. I don't think I know that shortcake, so no, sorry. I suddenly remembered what I wanted to do yesterday. Oh, no! My cat plush fell onto the ground. I'm so sad. I have so many cat plushies. But let me get the Rain Factory music back on. Boom. Silly pickup lines. I wanted to read out some really silly ones. Funniest pickup lines? Okay. And I wanted to do them in like funny voices. Don't ask why. I just thought of it yesterday, and then I didn't think about it. Okay. If beauty could kill, then you would be a weapon of mass destruction. And then you have to respond with, thanks for calling me a terrorist. Add them to the Riz arsenal. Exactly. I feel like pickup lines are so funny. I feel like they would not work on me at all. If someone was like, hi, I'm Microsoft. Can I crash at your place tonight? I'd be like, no. No, they would not work on me. The way to my heart is through Otome forever. are you Australian? Because you meet all my qualifications. I was gonna love this one. Okay, maybe that one would work. Maybe that one would work. If you're not Australian, it would work. If it comes from an Australian, it's like, yes, clearly I'm Australian. We met in Australia. Like, come on. I'm not gonna look up the teaser right now. No, pickup line would work on me. I know, that would work on me. I feel like if you could somehow come up with like an otome related pickup line, it might work on me. But like, would you like to think of one? How are you an otome because you're fashionable with mental health disorders? Because I just remember that one meme that otome men are made up of Men's Fashion Magazine and the DSM criteria for mental illness. The Microsoft one wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Did you work in a nuclear power plant? Because you are glowing. If I could rearrange the alphabet, I would put you and I together. I feel like I've heard that one before. I feel like it's too smooth, and you know, I don't like when people are actually too good at speaking. You know, we all have to be a mess together because then it's fun. Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? My reply would be, it did. It really did. It hurt a lot. And I need someone to cover my medical bills because when you break every bone in your body because you literally fall from the heavens, it does get quite costly. And I would like some money. So you could give me some. That would be my response. I think they would walk away. I'm not actually a fan of. Not like I'm not a fan, but like I don't know enough to be a fan of like all this Marvel stuff. My mom is a big fan though. My mom's a big fan. I saw like the odd one-off movie every once in a while without context about any characters, and I'm like, who are you? Who are you? And that one person at the cinema like, who's that? Who's this? Who's this? Yeah, you don't want to go. But I also yelled out chicken jockey with everyone. Chicken jockey! I didn't even know what a chicken jockey was. I'm like, what does jockey mean? I thought it was like hockey related. But I see it. I understand now. And I laughed way too hard at the children yearn for the mines. I say this every time, but I laughed so hard. I didn't laugh at any joke harder than they yearn for the mines. I was like, my bad. I thought they were all like the same thing. It's clear that I don't know this. Clearly. I thought it was hockey related. What is hockey? I know ice hockey from Inside Out, but what is hockey? What is hockey? I say that, but I'm not like that interested in sport. I did do like a whole bunch of sport back in the day. I remember back in the day, it's like you're not gonna get into a No, it wasn't that. Was it? You're not gonna get into a high school unless you've all this stuff. You're not gonna get into a university unless you've done like sport this whole time. I had to get into university and I didn't do sport, so it's fine. It's fine. I quit all my sport like the year before. I could have used it to apply to universities. I was like 1 year off. If I had done it for one more year, then I would have gotten like extra points. But you know, whatever, it's fine. I wish you could like get extra points just for like fighting for them. No, it's like I am a good candidate because I've organized this. I've done this. I'm good at this. I'm good at this. I'm gonna be like a star student. You know? Wow, my parents should be glad that I'm actually a good student. Like, I don't know what I would do if my child decided to just not show up to any classes, not do any quizzes, and just decided not to do school. Like, I don't know what to do with that. Flint and steel! I remember at the start or whatever, it showed the potato flinger thing, and the entire theater was just like, what is that? What are you? I've never seen you before. I'm like, well, am I that far behind Minecraft? We have potatoes flinger now? Skip PE. I didn't skip PE. I was like the best student. I would never skip PE. Even if I forgot my uniform, they'd be like, yeah, just do it. And I'm like, oh, I forgot my uniform on purpose. I couldn't skip PE because, you know, high school, can't exactly skip classes because they tell your parents. I didn't actually think about it. I feel like if I did skip, I would not be able to like keep going. Once I skip one, I would skip them all. But like, I was too good to skip. I thought I would be like in so much trouble. I thought my parents would be like screeching at me if I skipped a class. So, you know. I didn't. I did not, in fact. I really should have. It would have been so easy to skip in COVID times. I can't believe I didn't think of that. I could have escaped so much. Thought I heard my dad. I thought he overheard me talk about skipping classes. I hope that wasn't the case because that would be unfortunate. Yeah. What was I talking about though? Also, do you remember that love choice? No, that's not what it's called, was it? It was the Love Curse, there we go. Love Curse, Find Your Soulmate, that Yuri Otome kind of game. apparently the official game, because we played the demo, right? Apparently the official game is coming out. I know, like, actually playing games doesn't get, like, too much attention. You know, you all like listening to the yapping. But no one really has the attention span to, like, sit down and read. I mean, which is fair enough, because I don't sometimes. So yeah, I don't know if I will, play it on stream. I might, like, do it through Discord, maybe. You never know. I may not, because reading hurts the throat. I love this kind of thing, but I feel like most of them are better for just, like, reading when you're falling asleep at night. Because, like, it's not like you miss a huge major fight scene and you wouldn't just die. Like, the worst thing that's going to happen is the PNG is going to get mad at you. Like, I'm sorry, PNG, I'll just reload because I'm a time traveler like that. Do you think they know you're time travelers? It would really suck to, like, date a time traveler and they forget about your birthday. And it's like, bro, you could have just gone back and, like, not forgotten it. Like, be for real. You could have just been better. You could have just been better. Okay. If you were to date someone with a magical power, what power would you want them to have? Like, you don't have the power, but they have the power. I think if they could add the power to, like, make food and drinks appear, that'd be cool. Because, like, if we got stranded anywhere, we'd still survive, you know? And they'll be like, how do they survive stuck in their cave for 7 months? And we're like, luck? Like, what do you tell the government? My husband can make food and water appear out of nowhere. Like, no, he's gonna get, like, captured by the government and tested or something. Like, we're not gonna do that. But that would be cool. I always really wanted, like, I always think about this specifically when I'm in the shower, facing the furthest wall. Because I imagine the machine being there in the shower for some reason. Where I would, like, put in what I wanted, like, type it in or something, and then the food would come out. It'd be perfect. I keep hearing noises. Oh, maybe that's Hachi. Maybe that's Hachi at the door. No, that's me hallucinating. You know, that's fine too. Other favorite waifu, she can somewhat shapeshift. Oh, could she shapeshift into, like, anyone, like a real person? She could, like, do your work for you. She'd still have her own voice, right? Or does she shapeshift the voice as well? You know? Because I kind of wish, like, I read a lot of stories when I was younger about twins where they'd, like, swap places. And I was like, I wish I could do that. You know, if someone could be like me and then they can do my psych exams while I could just play Otome every day. Would you want to clone yourself? That's another topic. Would you want to clone yourself? Yes, I would like everyone to have magic green pigtails, but also at the same time, no, watashi dake. But would you want to clone yourself? Do you think it's ethical to clone yourself and have them do all your normal work while you just laze around and play Otome forever? Otome. Otome. I'm trying to get it to show up on the captions. Otome. Atomic? Otome. Who is Tom? Twitch versus not make an extrovert? That's okay, that's no, maybe they can go to extrovert classes. They can learn to get all the energy from talking to people, you know? Bro, I didn't think I was, like, that much of an extrovert. But I realized I am so much of an extrovert. If I'm not talking to someone, like, constantly, all day, if I'm not messaging someone all day, then I get so tired, you know? What do you mean? I'm not getting DMs 24/7. What do you mean they all come late at night, so I spend most of the day, like, where are my tomodachi? Tomodachi doko? It's so tragic. If only everyone had the same time zone. Everyone should just come to Australia. Like, my friend came, who lives in America, right? Came to Australia for, like, a trip or something, and our time zone was, like, perfect. It was perfect, and I was like, oh, I like it. And we talked so much more. We were talking for, like, hours on each day. And then they went back, and it's back to talking, like, 50 minutes a day. It's like, oh. Time zone's just a bit sad. Just a bit sad. So problems with cloning, per se, as long as it's consented to. But how do you consent to someone before you've cloned them? Like, can't get someone to consent. Do you mean, like, if the person is okay with being cloned? Because I feel like you would have to ask the clone if they're okay with existing. But I don't know how you would do that. I really don't know how you would do that. Also, I have another topic. Because I saw a video, I think I maybe mentioned this before, of, we watched it in class. It's like, if a computer could map out every single connection in your brain, is the computer basically you? It has all your memories, it has all your feelings, it knows how you turn your feelings into behavior, it knows all that kind of stuff. I feel like it'd be pretty good at predicting your behavior, right? and like predicting your thoughts. It'd probably be good for like therapy and stuff, right? Because you could be like, you could straight show the therapist what you're thinking at all times, which is kind of creepy because like if they put that into like surveillance, then we're all doomed. Never mind. Don't tell the government that I came up with that idea, but they should also credit me and pay me for it. I also still have Cheetos here, by the way, so you know we can eat some Cheetos. It will be able to watch. Super Street for you. What if you shared like memory, like shared brain cells with it? And it's like, oh, you did this, I did this, and then you get double the knowledge. That would be so cool, actually. That'd be so cool. We'd be so efficient. And they'd be like, how is the Yofu so efficient? And I'm like, haha, I actually have a secret second me, you know? How do I duplicate me real quick? Give me a sec. How does Vtuber Studio work? No, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, if I do this. That is not the right one. How do I get rid of you? Bye-bye. 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 I said bye-bye. Leave! Okay. And then we do this. And then we do this. Then we do this. And we do this. Sure. And the second one is so small. Okay, I'm gonna unplug. So this one. Did that cut the mic out? No, it didn't. Okay, so we should be good. Then we plug this in. And then we can twist me back around this way. Oh, just give me a mo. I know I'm spending so much time just turning myself around. Look, I'm an ant! Oh no, turn the other one, turn the other one. Then we make this one bigger. Maybe a bit smaller. Imagine duplicate. We don't talk about that. We hope that's not the truth. We hope that's not the truth. One of us has an egg though, so like clearly you can identify the real me. Right? Is that creepy? Is that creepy, guys? Okay, they don't really fit. Maybe we'll put this on the top. There we go. Is that creepy? Do you feel like you're living in a simulation yet? Do I look like Fuamoko? There are two of us now. Bow bow! Bow bow! If we could make images of whatever I imagine, I would love that so much. Yeah. Oh, what if you had a clone who was like really good at art and could just like draw all your dreams and everything? I would love that. I really wish, like back in the day, I wanted to create like a whole book or something based on my dreams. Or like make a whole painting based on my dreams. But like I can't really remember the images when I wake up. And even if I do, I don't have the skill to like draw them properly. But I wish I was able to like put quite as much emotion into my art. Because I know I need to study like lighting and stuff. And then it'll get good, you know. I just become slow. Going the clone must consider it, have the press explain to you, not the clone that comes after. Yeah, exactly. I think that's fine. But I don't know about the clone. I feel like the clone shouldn't be consenting. Because imagine being born, they're like, okay, you're here just to work for the other you. Like, nah, I would fight someone. One with Meg, one without. One stinks. Oh, I actually got, I bought 3 prints from my favorite artist today because I love them. I love you, Nana. I love you. I know you're not watching this by any chance, but I love your art so much. Anyway, and I got like a special, what do you call those things? There's, let me draw it. No, I unplugged my drawing tablet. Okay, I'm gonna draw with the trackpad, the dire state. What do you call these things? You know, where it's the paper where you fold it up, and it's got like the numbers on each side, like 4, 5. What do you call these things? And you go in and out with them or whatever. And then it's kind of like a lucky thing. Oh, I'm in the way. There you go, one of those ones. And it gave me a fortune from the answer I got, and the fortune basically said like. It just straight said you're stinky. It said something about like soap or something, like because you're stinky. I was like, oh, alright then. No, fair enough. Like, but still, silly indeed. Okay, well maybe there needs to be more of me. Maybe we need to fill up the whole screen. You know, one is fake. One only tells the truth. One only tells the lies. Whatever that saying was, and they get through the door. Hello. Would you like to ask the Yofos a question? If you would like to escape this area of yes. Oh, I feel like I'm really annoying twins right now, and it's kind of scaring me how the lips sometimes don't sync. Like there's like lag or something on one of them, and it really seems like there's 2 of us. That's so scary. But are they kind of like calibrated slightly different, so they're like at slightly different angles? Or is that just me? Kind of funny showing the reality. I don't know young Sheldon. I've only seen like short clips in my YouTube shorts. It seems entertaining. Totally not scary. Totally not scary. We could stare at you. I'm good at staring. Oh, my bad, my bad. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Are you still staring, guys? Oh, did that blink? Did that blink? Like, I didn't blink, but maybe the model blinked, so I'm just gonna take that as a loss. Chewing, guys. So, to be honest, I did blink like 6 times, but like, I covered the camera. I thought I was so sneaky. Let me drink some water. I'm about to cough, guys. Make sure to hydrate. I keep spilling water everywhere. Woe is I. Woe is I. The egg is so good though. I wanna put a bunny like on my head because Kyoka. Wait, let me get a picture of Kyoka actually. I feel like I need to give context for this. Kyoka Mikoi. Is there like official art? Is this official? I don't think this is official. Oh, there's official. Okay. Basically, he has a not tamayori. That's what. Yeah. Mononoke. A mononoke. So like a kind of like a ghost thing, and it's this bunny ghost that follows him everywhere. And there's this really cute sprite where he has the bunny on his shoulder. Like, isn't that so cute? So I want to have a bunny on my shoulder. You know, I don't know how small I'd have to make it to like fit on the thing, but there's Rod from Cinderella Phenomenon, this otome game, and for a second I also had like a bunny on my head because, you know, it was Rod related. It was so funny. I loved Cinderella Phenomenon. If you guys want a free ultimate, you should definitely play it. I know the art is off-putting, but you have to put up with it. You have to. It's really good. It's really good. It's like a, I would say it's a better game than Amnesia actually. I said it. So you have to play it, okay? You have to play it. Like story-wise it is. Objectively, with like background music and graphic design and art, it would not be a better game, but like story-wise it's a better game. Does it be any animal? Does it have to be a bunny? Well, I want it to be a bunny. Wait, for Kyoka or for me? Because I want it to be a bunny so it matches Kyoka, but Kyoka's is like a live animal kind of thing, but like a ghost animal, so you know, they can look however they want. But it'd be so cute. Oh, my eyes are getting tired. You know, my friend and I were talking about screen time, and she was like, I know exams are bad when my screen time's only 1 hour, and I'm like, haha, I know exams are bad when my screen time's only like 6 hours. Oh, to be chronically online. But it's daijoubu desu. It's daijoubu desu. Also, don't let me forget about my premiere for Afterpain, because I'm gonna cry. You know, if I'm not there, you guys had better be there. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. I wonder what I should do next. I was kind of partially recording Rabbit Hole. Kind of. It's not my favorite song, so I kind of think I would cry trying to mix it, listening to it again. That would hurt the soul, and the spirit, and the everything. But you know, we could do it because I like singing it because it's fast. If it's a pill, keep it real, baby, shake that barbara feeling, keep going like that. Don't be a freak. Does it count phone screen time? I think she only counts like phone screen time. Maybe she doesn't count like laptop screen time. I'll check it. Do you want to hear ASMR, by the way? This is because I just felt like eating Cheetos real quick. I'm surprised they're not stale, even though I haven't like properly closed them and they've just been in this room for like 3 days. But they're still really crunchy. I feel like that munching cat from the that Luna the crunchy cat. Luna looks a lot like Hachi, doesn't she? It's flaming hot crunchy Cheetos. I almost said Doritos. Cheetos. And I saw Hachi playing with a Cheeto on the floor before. Because I was moving she was getting something under the door. And I was like, okay, I'm going to help you with that. I'll move the door for you. I'm like, what is that? I pick it up. I'm like, this is a Cheeto. How did you get this, child? Like that one meme of Butters who brought home a warm chicken wing. It's like, Butters just brought me a chicken wing. It's still warm. Where did you get this? Good job, Butters. I love cats with food names. But like, since Arthur had such a fancy name, I didn't want to give Hachi a name like Butters. I would. It's so funny giving a cat a name like that. But now that I have a cat named Hachi, someday I want to have a cat called Aya. And whatever the other character's name is, the green Yuri. Anyway, I don't remember why I started to talk about this. I am keeping my spicy endurance up. It's not very spicy though, I'd say. It's got an interesting flavor. I don't know if I like the flavor all that much, but it's better than a lot of things, so I'm gonna go with it. I'm so sad. I went to see Shrek with some friends. It wasn't like at the theaters or anything. It was just like in a room, you know, whatever. And I bought these chips, and I brought them. I bought and brought. And they're like a spicy flavored one. And they actually tasted really boring, and I was so sad. Like, you would think spice would be, you know, spicy or at least like taste good. It had a weird flavor. Also, what's your opinion on salt and vinegar? I forgot what it was called for a second. Even though it's just chips that have salt and vinegar. I do like salt and vinegar chips. But it's such a weird combo. Who thought about that? Who was like, okay, we should have potato with vinegar? I would not have thought of that. No, I mean, no one's asking me, but like, I would not have thought of that. And it's so funny. My friend asked me today, if you're an ice cream, what would you be? And I immediately was like, Chocomita! Yorima nata! Ah, the idol life. And I saw this short that was so funny. It was like, this is my brain during exam. And she had the most dead face. And she was like, Ruby-chan, hai, nani ga suki? Chocominto yorima nata. Like, that's me in an exam. I was just staring at the paper. My feet are like kind of dancing to chocominto yorima nata. And I feel like the invigilators, is that what you call them? The people who like walk around to make sure you're not cheating? I feel like they look at me weird. As I'm just like dancing to myself. It's like, yes, we're in an exam and I don't understand a thing, but chocominto yorima nata. Sea salt's good enough for you? I do like sea salt. I'm glad sea salt is like the main basic chip flavor, right? But what's the difference between like sea salt and normal salt? Because imagine if it wasn't sea salt that was the main chip flavor. What if it was like normal salt? But you might as well just have potato and salt, right? But isn't all salt from the sea? Is it not? Or is like rock salt? Is rock salt from rocks? Is that a dumb question? Let me crunch some Flame Hot Crunchy Cheetos. You know, what was I talking about? I have no idea, fam. I have no idea. Have you guys had honey butter chips? It's from rocks. that makes sense. That makes sense. Can I make my own salt then? Like Yufu salt? If I just make it come out of the ground, not out of the ground, but like out of me, out of my skin cells. What if I create salt from my skin cells? My DNA becomes your chip seasoning. That's not the conversation you thought we were gonna have. My exams are exactly. Like I'm trying to focus and it's like I played Rabbit Hole on what's it, the drum game? Taiko? I played so many rounds of Taiko while I was waiting for my friend. I love Taiko so much. I really like played Taiko with like the rock songs. Like what's the point of doing it if it's not rock songs? Cause like you wanna be like do. But if it's like a soft song like Tsuyoku, it's like beep beep beep. Beep beep beep. Like that's not as fun as You should play it though. It is fun. It is fun. Like my poor tablet pen that I keep using is a drumstick, a single drumstick. That sucks. Okay, I'm gonna become one again. I'm gonna change my egg. Sometimes a girl just wants to get fashionable. Don't ask why I'm on an angle. I would not know. I have multiple eggs. Fragile stickers. Glasses. They're a bit big. Oh no, they stuck to my hair. Please stick to my face. Do I look intelligent? Do I look so intelligent? I feel like I look blurry. I feel like that's what I look. Okay, if I increase my size here. No, not the glasses. The me. There we go. There we go. Now I look intelligent. Because Helvetica said that 90% of first impressions are based on looks, apparently, or something. I don't remember what he said. He said something. He's some otome game guy, you know, whatever. So he was like, people don't think I'm smart because when I look like my normal face, because his face is normally really cute, and then he wears glasses so that he like looks smarter, and people take it seriously. It's like, oh, do I seem more intelligent? Do I seem like the type who would name a stream chicken jockey? I agree. I think I would. I look so intelligent. I can tell you big brain stuff. Yeah, the W is God. Did you know that the most expensive potato on earth is called the green gargantuan? Because it's actually pretty large and it's also green, and it costs actually like $12,006. I don't ask about the 6. I would not know. By the way, that's all a lie. I just made that up. I don't actually have potato knowledge, but I wish I did. Office working otaku girl that spends every salary in her house. Wait, I want that. I want to be known as that girl in the office who spends money on her otome men. But unfortunately, people I work with at the moment aren't like, don't care about the kind of thing. But you know, in the future, when I have an actual job, I'll be able to tell. Like, I probably become a psychologist. Honestly, like, there's not really any other path for a psychology student. I'll be like, yes, good to know you are suffering from depression. Have you heard about Ukyo? I know that's really insensitive. I would not do that. I would not do that while working, but like, it's funny to imagine. Because like, I would like to be able to yap with a therapist about Ukyo. Wouldn't that be so fun though? I heard this one thing saying that like, you can go to priests and say you have a confession to make or whatever, and you could just talk about whatever you want to them. You could just tell them your life problem. You could just rant to the priests. I'm like, oh, poor priests. You could tell them. Apparently one priest knew about Persona. That's pretty funny. I would be so into the pop culture. You know, I could like solely help Gen Z because I know all the memes, but nothing for anything else. I could kind of help Gen Alpha. I actually start like this month. Wow, it's so soon. I'm gonna be like a mentor for younger students, like 14, 15-year-old kind of thing. Like I'll be going to this school, and we like listen to them, and we like make friends with them, and we listen to their problems, and then we give them advice. They said I don't know how much advice we're actually like allowed to give without it being too far. And if there's an issue, we kind of like delve into it. It's like, oh, why does this feel like blah 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 blah? How does this blah 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 blah? You know, basically like practicing to be a psychologist kind of thing. I did a unit where I practiced, and we were all so awkward and terrible because it's like the first time role playing, that kind of thing. Like I don't role play, and then all of a sudden they're like, okay, now role play. You are a therapist, and I'm like, I've never seen what a therapist does, so like, I was like, hi, I'm Yufu, and I'm smart because I have glasses on, and welcome to my clinic. Just sit down anywhere, you know, sit down there if you can't choose. Like, sure, why not? You have some candy. I just imagined Wreck-It Ralph's, that one guy's like, have some candy. Anyway, I want to watch that again. Asian profile people and turn every people into otome lovers. Okay, I think I mentioned this before, but Shiraishi Kageyuki from Column Alice is a criminal profiler. And as soon as I first met him in that game, I was like, I could have that job. I could do that. I just casually need a law degree. I could do that. Because it would be fun to be like, oh, the criminal probably did this, and the criminal probably did that. Actually, it really would be fun doing that. But it would really suck. I know that law has like a whole bunch of files, and there's like a bajillion files about every single thing about the case. And if I had to read those every day, I think I would cry. So I don't think I want to do that job anymore. If I can get like a TDLR, too long didn't read. That's TLDR. There we go. TLDR. Too long didn't read. I can spell. If someone was just like, in summary, this is this and this is this and this is this, I'll be like, yep, this is probably what happened. I'm not going to read any more into it. I don't really care. Just tell me the family history. In summary, I don't like reading, and yet I'm doing such like a reading heavy course. I should have done art. I really should have done art. But then I feel like once I got burnt out of art, I would just start failing both my hobby and my uni, which would be so sad, actually. It would be so sad. Anyway, what else can we talk about for 5 minutes? Did you guys like starting a bit earlier? Therapists into it have men that give phone bats and ask each other to beat each other to get the aggression out. I can see. Well, okay, well, that would be funny. That would be funny. But I think I read a paper saying that like, or maybe I didn't read a paper. Maybe I just read something off Twitter. I should check up my sources before I spread misinformation. Don't trust what I'm going to say next, but I think it's interesting if it does happen to be true. That oh wait, no, I think I learned it from a lecture. Okay, I think that's true. I think it's true that like taking your anger out on something makes you like a more aggressive person overall. I guess it would like reinforce the anger, right? It's like that made me feel better, so I guess I should just keep being like aggressive, right? I think that's like probably why that would happen. So yeah, don't take your anger out. How about you breathe instead? Maybe exercise or something. Something that's not violent. Okay, sounds good? Sound good. Thank you guys for coming to my psych class. I actually do feel so smart with these classes on. It's so funny. I'm like tricking myself into think I'm smart here. What is this? No, since interrupted sleep. I apologize. I apologize, fam. I apologize. It should be back to normal time next week, depending on Dad's schedule. Because I want to hang out with him and I want to show him the merch I got today. And he asked to see it. And I want to show him before he goes to sleep. Because I'm going to be so sad when he sleeps. Neanderthal bed would think that. But sure. Like the whole violence thing. Don't mind me, I just clicked my door because I don't want my parents hearing me talk about people bashing other people with sticks and stones. Sticks and stones will break the bones because I've handed them out for violence. Anyway. Yeah. I can't believe, like, surely we could just educate people that fighting is bad, and then surely wars would stop. I know it's not that simple, but, like, it should be that simple. It really should be that simple. Like, fighting isn't going to help anything, is it? Like, it doesn't matter if you're angry, if it's not gonna, like, help the solution. I say these things as if, like, emotions don't rule my life, and I do get passive-aggressive and do get mean at people, but, like, I try not to, okay? I try not to. I try. It feels good, let's do it again. Yeah, that is how people learn to, you know, reproduce. We might as well have another child. Still good, the early stream. I feel like the start, like, the first 30 minutes, I'm always like, oh no, what do I talk about? And then I finally get into the groove and we finally come up with conversations eventually. And then it's fine. You know, this is one psych thing where, like, as long as the end is good, you're going to think the whole experience is good. Like, imagine, maybe at the start, I could be fighting my inner demons, but then if the end is fine, I'm going to assume it's, like, really good. This is the same thing for, like, holidays. Like, your holiday could be absolute garbage. But, like, as long as the end of the holiday is good, you're going to have good memories about it. So make sure the end of your holiday is really good. Especially if it's, like, a short holiday. You won't have as many memories, but as long as the end is really good, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, that was a great holiday. That was me about my Japan trip. Walking every day, terrible. Not being able to speak Japanese, terrible. But getting your merch on last day, it's fine. That's fine. I still haven't displayed it all just because I don't have enough space. I'm gonna like try and do a cleanup. Like, it wasn't gonna be tomorrow, but like it might be tomorrow. Might be tomorrow. And I completely gave up on my lemon melon cookie cover. That just came to my memory all of a sudden. Okay, we got 3 minutes, fam. What should we babble about? What should we babble about? I just feel so smart, guys. I just feel so smart with these glasses. We could trick new people and be like, oh, welcome in. She is an intellectual. If anyone new comes in, you have to be like, she is an intellectual. And I'll be like, yes, I am. I'm actually the smartest ever. You could ask me any question, and I'll be able to answer it very quickly. What's 3,555 times 9? It's actually 45,554. Are you proud of me? You should be, because I made that up. I made that up. That one meme of like, oh, I'm quick at maths. Quick but not accurate. Yeah. Any plans for Easter? Any plans for tomorrow? Is it Easter tomorrow for you guys? Surely, right? Surely it's all the 19th for you guys now, right? Usually I would do like a Easter hunt or something. We just like hide some eggs everywhere. But you were distracted for a second? Don't worry, I made it up. I made up some numbers, you know, but you can pretend I got it right. You can pretend I got it right. Surely it wouldn't be that far off, right? 19th, yeah. Because we didn't want to have like chocolate everywhere because you know the kittens, if it's like small chocolate eggs, the kittens are gonna go crazy and then you're gonna find them on like the floor in holes like 60 years from now. And it's like, Hutches, why would you do this? Hutches. That's what it's gonna be like. But I wanted, I forgot to do this though. I wanted to get the cats something for Easter, but I kind of forgot about that. Sorry, cats. I will give you extra pets for Easter, you know. You guys should totally rest up on Easter, you know. It's a time to relax, time to have time off, you know. If you're busy every single day, you should take a day off. I should take a day off. This is me procrastinating my essay, by the way. I did finish like most of it. I've got like 90% of it done. And then I'll finish the rest of it by Tuesday, the end of Tuesday. And then I'll check it during that week. And then I'll just have an extra week for no reason because I accidentally started too early. But hey, I'm getting my stuff in on time, and I hope I do well because I always do really badly at essays for some reason. But it could be my arc of becoming a genius. You know, as long as I have these glasses on, I can't fail. I cannot fail. Anyway, that concludes Kyo Wap. It is 9 o'clock. It is 9 o'clock, fam. Is there anything you would like to say? Your final words before we all fade into the distance. We all fade into the darkness. We all fade into nothingness, like the dust we are. Isn't it crazy? Sometimes when I have a problem, I'm like, okay, well, as long as I remember that I am just a tiny, tiny speck in an ever-expanding universe, then my problems aren't all that big, but then I also have a crisis. It has been 2 hours. Well, it's been an hour 59:30, but like we will have our karaoke, and then it'll be 2 hours. Yep, stop. I know I started like a minute late. No words. Good to hear. Good to hear. You're speechless at my beauty. Sorry. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I will do my best. Wahaha. Now let me find a song for the finale. What is a song I know? We did After Pain before. Oh yeah, guys, don't forget After Pain. After Pain in an hour's time. If I forget about it, we're all gonna cry. So let's do Round Around Laundry. We're gonna do Round Laundry. Don't you guys like songs about laundry? Let me get out the lyrics though. I'm definitely gonna need lyrics for this one. Carol and Tuesday. You guys should check out Carol and Tuesday. Oh, that is so fast. Round and Round Laundry. Lyrics. Fast. There we go. That's not where it starts. Always knew what I wanted to do, but things just don't go smooth. Inside out, then upside down. It's easier to sing, but it's harder to live. Didn't I change the screen like I thought? I did know I didn't, but step in, some kind of magic in the wind. Hit me with the beat and singing boom, 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 boom. Round and round the dancing laundry. Swim my mind's another blah, blah, blah. Think of things right round and round like dancing laundry. It's you and me, all I need are the missing puzzle piece. Okay, my headphones are really weird just then. I could only hear the harmonies. That's why it messed me up. I was like, why do I only hear that? 17, wonder what it really means when people say I live in a dream. Complicated feelings always rushing through me. It keeps on going like a merry-go-round. I've been feeling lonely till when you came along that day. We can't all run until we're all alone again, but this time we can sing the boom, 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 boom. Yeah, round and round the dancing laundry. We'll lose our mind, forget the time, and everything will be just fine. Round and round like dancing laundry. It's you and me, that's all we need. You are the missing puzzle piece. And round the dancing laundry. Let's lose our mind, forget the time, and everything will be just fine. Round and round like dancing laundry. It's you and me, that's all we need. You were the missing puzzle piece. Wait, is that the end already? That was so short. Oh, I guess it is. Wow, thank you,